Oh, hey guys, how's it going? So, I want to address something, and I'm also going to tell you a story of what I experienced and what I've seen other people experience when liking Nintendo and being a kid like me. So, when I was in like middle school-ish, middle school, I was a really big fan of Nintendo. I liked it a lot. I just loved it. And in middle school, people kind of started to move on from Nintendo and started liking like Xbox and PlayStation and all that, you know, GTA. And so that was apparently the cool thing to shut up, phone. So that was like the cool thing to play when I was in middle school. Like one day I brought my 3DS and like some people say, "Ew, dude, why are you playing your DS? That's for little kids." Like, no, that's not for little kids. How is liking a company that makes video games make you... How does liking a company that makes awesome video games and reminds you of your childhood... Well, okay, maybe. I just said childhood, but still, that doesn't make you a little kid. Nintendo is one of the greatest companies ever of video games. In fact, they actually started they actually restarted the gaming company, because if you didn't know, Atari made a video game about E.T., and that was the worst game ever, apparently. And so the video game community started dying, and then Nintendo released their NES with Super Mario Bros. That changed everything. Without them, what would gaming be now? See what I'm saying? So, Nintendo's not really a child company. Their games and stuff aren't for little kids. I don't know how people started saying that, but it's not. And I think the reason people started saying like, "Oh, Nintendo's just for little kids. Why are you still playing that? Blah blah blah." I think the reason is that since PlayStation and Xbox are releasing like more mature games like GTA and stuff and Call of Duty, people started moving on to that, and then even more people started going. And well, what I did was I was always like, "Oh yeah, dude, Call of Duty and PlayStation, I love that." But in reality, I really didn't. I was still a really big fan of Nintendo. And I never really enjoyed playing PlayStation and all that, just because the games didn't really appeal to me. Now, I'm not saying PlayStation and Xbox and games like that are bad. I'm just saying they're not for me. But for many people, they are. And I was one of those people that tried to like fit in with the crowd of PlayStation and that. And I've also seen some little kids, like not little kids, middle schoolers, be like what I used to be like trying to fit in and stuff, which I did. I always tried to fit in with everything, no matter what. And I didn't really like it until I got into high school, which I started this year, and I realized that like that doesn't really matter what people think anymore, because in the future, who's gonna care? And if you think it's awkward of bringing like a DS to school, it's not really awkward unless you think it's awkward. But if you like show up with your, okay, let's say you show up with this at school, and people look at you like, "Oh dude, why do you still play this? That's for little kids, dude. Like, just grow out of Nintendo." You should just be like, "Dude, so what? It's Nintendo. It's a gaming company. They make games just like PlayStation and Xbox. What's the difference?" And then that'll make you like, people would see you as a brave guy, I guess, for standing up to yourself. But like, if you stand up for yourself, you're gonna feel good about yourself defending a company that you love. And I've seen a lot of people be scared to stand up for themselves for liking Nintendo. And also, I've seen people at my grade that actually like playing games like these, games like Pokemon and stuff, and Mario Kart, and they're scared to show other people that they like it. I've seen it, and I know it's still there. So what am I saying in this video? Don't be scared of showing off something that you love just because it's not popular with your friends and stuff. If you like it, they should accept you for liking it. I already told you this, I experienced it, I moved on, started liking it. People have seen me. Some people still look at me weird, but I just don't really care. So yeah, this was more like a rant video, talking about, not about like fitting in with the cool kids and stuff, about liking PlayStation and all that. But hopefully if you see this video, you learn that you shouldn't be scared to show that you like Nintendo with your friends and stuff, because chances are they might actually like Nintendo and those types of games, but you know, they're just scared to show you. So yeah. So yeah, that's all for this type of rant video, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like down below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.